take no chances. Vote for Sharon Maraj Dharam. That's your next councillor for Barataria. In the council, we have 3 individuals at Savannah. We have 2 councillors and 1 alderman. It is my pleasure to bring a few short, brief greetings from the San Juan East Electoral District, Councillor Safraz Ali.
My friends, a pleasant good afternoon. MP Barry Padarat and MP Fazal Karim, Alderman Nazimul, Senator Saddam Hussein, Councillor Ahmed Sitnaran, activists, but most importantly, your next councillor for Barataria, Sharon Dharam. Friends, well-wishers, supporters, we are gathered here to spread the word, that Barataria will be getting a new councillor in the name of Sharon Maraj Dharam.
Yeah, it's spoiling.
My task here is very simple. I am here just to encourage everyone, our supporters who are listening from your homes, also, why we have to vote Sharon and why we cannot bring back this wicked PNM. So I'll deal with the first one. If you get to know Sharon, by chance, if you don't know Sharon as yet, let me tell you a little bit about Sharon. Anybody can help me in the crowd to describe Sharon? Anybody? If I say Sharon is humble, will you all agree with me?
Yeah.
If I say Sharon is very hardworking, will you all agree with me?
Yeah.
If I tell you all Sharon is dedicated to her job, will you agree with me?
Yeah.
Only because of those 3 reasons, we have to put Sharon in Barataria. On the flip side, we were driving wrong in the motorcade just now, and the PNM passed us, and I was hearing them on the mic. The guy was saying, vote for their candidate because that is democracy. Let me tell you a little bit about democracy. If the PNM had cared about the people in Barataria, Dr. Rowley will not have waited nearly a whole year to call this by-election. So it means for a whole year, the people of Barataria were left without proper representation via an elected councillor. I ask you all here tonight, is that democracy? No, it is not. The PM don't care about the people in Barataria. The PM don't care that they have bad roads, they have clogged drains, they have dangerous pavements. The PM don't care about that, because if they were so caring, they would not have taken a whole year to call this by-election. They allowed the people of Barataria to suffer for so long. My friends, that is the local side. But on the national side, we have so much pressing issues. Just day before yesterday, a guy got murdered, an Around West taxi driver. Very friendly fella. Councillor Ahmed will attest to that. A very friendly, helpful guy. Somebody saw his car and decided that they're going to take it from him, carry him in Ali's Drive, kill the man, drop his body right in Ali's Drive in front of my house, and decide to bust it with the man's car. Wicked, evil. My point to you all is, what is the Minister of National Security doing? Sleeping, thank you. It seems that the PNM is incompetent, or if they're not incompetent, they just can't do the work because they're hapless. They're helpless. They don't have a plan. So my friends, I'm telling you all, crime is so high, none of us are safe. And I because none of us will know what will happen to us when we reach home. Almighty Creator, protect us and keep us safe. Amen. People are losing their jobs. Right now I'm not working. Does the PM care about that? No. So, I would just like to wrap up by stating that PNM is bad for our country. It's bad for Barataria. Sharon Maraj Dharam under the UNC is good for the people of Barataria. It's good for the country. I thank you. God bless you.
Let's get one more time for the Council for Salmoni Saprazali. Okay, folks, we were very fortunate for the people of Barataria while we walked through the electoral district to see the condition of Barataria in the proper sense. We were able to see pavements that are unimaginable for any right-thinking person to walk on those pavements. Some of them, the mere construction requires a vehicle to climb up and another one to take you down. Some of these pavements have big, large, ugly, enormous, gaping holes that children and old people could fall into. That's the condition. But I am confident that the young lady who is stepping up into the realm of representation, Sharon Maraj Dharam, will in fact do everything that is possible to resolve the problems of the footpath and the pavements of Barataria. My brothers and sisters, in the council, you heard one of the councillors. It is my pleasure to introduce the next councillor. This young man has joined the council and he started off running. Most of you would have seen him, social media, would have seen him on the newspaper, etc. He reminds me so much of when in 2010 we had a swearing in for the new Prime Minister, Kamla Prasad Visesa, the Honorable, and on that same day she just organized and then went back down the road because it was rain evermore. This councillor has been in a boat whilst people has walked through the electoral district. From time to time he has to sit in a boat to try to work, to ensure he meets all his people and look after them. He has done it so far with distinction. It is my honor, my privilege to introduce Councillor for the Arangwes Warnerville area, Councillor Amit Suknana. Bring him up with a last round of applause, please.
Pleasant good evening, my brothers and sisters. Barataria, make some noise! I must say thank you very much to our chairperson this evening, Alderman Nazmul Mohammed, for doing a wonderful job this far and allowing me the privilege of having a beautiful introduction. Make some noise for your chairperson, Alderman Nazmul Mohammed. My brothers and sisters, my only job here this evening is to serve the candidate in my most humble way, in any way possible, to ensure that the victory is ours and the victory of Barataria is hers. She is our candidate, Sharon Maraj Dharam. She is going to be the winning candidate on July 16th. My job here is to endorse the candidate. You all make some noise and endorse your candidate. Endorse your next councillor, the next UNC councillor for Barataria in the Sawan Lavantil Regional Corporation. Make some noise for Sharon Maraj Dharam. My brothers and sisters, we must pay respect and say thank you very much to our political leader for choosing this humble, hard-working, well-credited candidate. You all make some noise for your political leader. She leads us in the right direction every single day. She does her job where her duty is relying on herself. And we are the ground soldiers here. We need to ensure the victory is ours on July 16th. My brothers and sisters, it will be my pleasure and honor to welcome our colleague Sharon Maraj Dharam as the next councillor to be my new colleague in the Sawan Lavantil Regional Corporation. She has proven herself from time to time over the years, even before she has even dreamed about being the candidate for Barataria or even the next council for Barataria. It was never in her dreams, but we saw it in her. And she was so humble about it, she never carried about herself fighting a position that she wasn't honored yet. Now it is hers, and the confidence that she has in her face and her shoulders and her head is lifted high because of you, the supporters. You, the supporters of Barataria, not just United National Congress, but I have seen a lot of different people. A lot of people that has not supported our party in the past has supported our candidate because she's so well grounded in Barataria. My brothers and sisters, we have the best candidate of the two or the three. We have the best candidate. Once again, I just wish to endorse our candidate and let's work hard towards victory. We have a wonderful campaign team with Feroz and Nazimul and Barry Padarat. My brothers and sisters, we know our work on the ground and let us just work towards having the victory on our side on July 16th. Thank you very much. Make some noise for Kamla Prasad Bisesa, our political leader. Make some noise for your next councillor and the candidate for Barataria, Ms. Sharon Maraj Dharam.
Thank you, Amit. Thank you very much. This thing called politics requires for you to understand some very simple basic issues. One, all the fanfare and all the work means nothing until you go out and vote on election day, the 16th of July. Every single individual is asked kindly to go out and ensure that you vote solidly for this young lady to be the next councillor for Barataria. Go out early. Ensure that you leave nothing to chance. Talk to your relatives, talk to your friends. Ensure that on Monday, July the 16th, all votes should be cast for Sharon Maraj Dharam. You would have heard two members of council at the Sawa-Lavington Regional Corporation. But there's another area where we have individuals in the House, in the Parliament. And in the Parliament, you have the lower house and the upper house. Our political leader, in her infinite wisdom, would have ensured that her voice is heard throughout the length and breadth of Trinidad. When bills come, we have individuals who come and have an opportunity to speak on those. But more importantly, our leader recognizes the importance of youth in our political party and youth in moving the country forward. It is my honor, my privilege to introduce a young man, a powerful name. He is Senator, the Honorable Saddam Hussein. Let's bring him on, Senator Saddam Hussein.
Good night, Barataria. Good evening, Barataria.
Good evening.
Thank you. Now, we must understand why we are here right now at this time. Over 1 year ago, Barataria was without representation, but it is with the infinite wisdom of our political leader, the Honorable Kamla Prasad Bisesa, that she threatened to sue this government for them to call this election right now. Had we left it up to the PNM, you would have not had an election right now in Barataria. They have instilled in the people of Trinidad and Tobago no representation or under-representation. But this election, notwithstanding it is a local election, it will send a strong message to the PNM and to Dr. Keith Rowley that the people of Trinidad and Tobago is fed up of the PNM. We are fed up of Keith Rowley, we are fed up of Faris Al-Rawi, and we are fed up of Colm Imbert. When you go to the polls on July 16th, go early and send that strong message that you are voting against property tax, that you are voting against over 260 murders in Trinidad and Tobago in about 6 months. You must send the PNM a message that come 2020, that get ready to remove all of those PNM MPs from their sitting seats, because we are going to usher in a new government, a new United National Congress government with our political leader as Prime Minister, the Honorable Kamla Prasad Bisesa. But tonight, all of us are here to support one very strong, one very confident, one very hard-working woman, and that is Sharon Maraj Dharam. She has shown her strength. She has shown that she has what it takes to represent the people of Barataria. She has shown that she is ready to reach into council and represent each and every one of you so that you will have better roads, so that there will be no mosquito infestation, no rodent infestation. You will ensure that you are represented at the council and also at the national level. So I ask every one of you here gathered this evening that you go out early and that you cast your vote for Sharon Maraj Dharam so that she will become the new councillor for the electoral district of Barataria. I thank you.
Let's hear one more time, please, for Sharon. Brothers and sisters, I have been very fortunate and privileged based on my leadership having selected me many years ago. Well, this year in a few months I'll be 19 years sitting in local government forum and working for and on behalf of the party that I belong to, our party, United National Congress. But more importantly, serving the people throughout. We have a candidate that is going up for the election, the by-elections in Barataria. I've already started to ensure that the young lady who is going to come into the council, because of you who will go out and vote solidly on Monday, the 16th of July, I want you to remember that if you do not cast the vote, picture where we are now and picture where we were between the period 2010 to 2015. I want you to recognize where the country was then. So it is imperative for you to vote solidly for the next person who will be coming to speak. It is my honor, my privilege, and it is certainly my duty to bring on now to speak a young lady who will be the next councillor for Barataria Electoral District. Let's bring on with a lusty round of applause, Sharon Maraj Dharam.
Good evening, everyone. All protocols observed. I cannot thank you all enough or express how grateful I am to have all of you at my side throughout this campaign. I thank you all for coming out and being part of this event. Tomorrow we have something else planned for you and your families. We have a team of doctors coming out to the camping office for a free medical clinic. Each and every one of you are invited to take part. Every day, I grow more and more confident that we have these elections in hand. It will be ours. To everyone who have been volunteering their time and effort, whether it's in the background or on the ground walking, a special thanks to all of you. My friends, we have barely just a week to go again. Now more than ever, we must push and we must stick together and we must get this victory.
Yes, sir.
I remember telling you all on the Monday night forum that I am a UNC warrior. And you know what? You all are all UNC warriors. Once we hold our ground, continue walking, welcoming the people, they will receive us. Together, we will work towards a better Barataria. None of this work will go in vain. We will be successful. Victory will be ours. Let this by-election be the sign of victory whenever the general election is called. On July 16, we must vote for change, not hope for change. Let victory prevail. Let God bless our nation, our political party, and our political leader, the Honorable Kamala Persad-Bissessar. Onwards to victory, and let us bring home Barataria. The only way we can bring home Barataria It's a must. They must come out. Let them cook a little bit later. School is on, so they don't have to worry about the kids and stuff like that. I ask you humbly to kindly ask your friends and family to come out and vote. We have to do this. Before I close, let me take the opportunity again to invite you and your families to come out tomorrow for our free medical clinic. The event runs from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We hope to see you there. Thank you. Good night.
Let's hear it one more time for Sharon Maraj Dharam, your next councillor for the Barataria Electoral District. My friends, I know that some of you would have been on the road very often with me and the other members of the team. We were always very fortunate when we walked through to meet people and to hear their views, to get their complaints, etc. But some years ago, when I got involved with the United National Congress 2 decades ago, couple decades, I would have been fortunate to meet this gentleman. His friendship, his knowledge, and his wisdom far permeated all the other things that I would have had as a preconceived position about the United National Congress. It was the epitome of knowledge and wisdom that I would have been able to gain from him as well as many others as I moved through my life in the United National Congress. One of the expressions I always remember coined from his mouth would have been from cutting cane to flying plane. And I always remember that whenever there was any tough situation and whenever we spoke, he would always say, Naz, I think I need your help to do this, or Naz, I think I need you to do that. And the efforts of this gentleman would have brought him to the point where he was the Minister of Tertiary Education, became the Member of Parliament for Shabonasis. Let's bring him on with a lusty round of Barataria applause. My good friend, MP Fyzabad.
Thank you very much, our brother Nazimul Mohammed. Could you give Naz a round of applause for the great job he has been doing in the campaign? Our candidate, our winning candidate for Barataria, and we have no doubt with the efforts that have been seen and walking around and the response of the residents that Sharon Maraj Dharam will be our winning candidate on Monday the 16th of July. I want to recognize as well my parliamentary colleague, MP Barry Panera from Princetown, Senator Salam Hussein, Mr. Firoz Khan, and the councillors who are here with us and all of you supporters. When I was coming up today, and I haven't been asked to speak tonight, I said to myself that this area has been experiencing some happy news and some not so happy news. Only a couple days ago, we saw Sais Rampasad and Jada Ramnath placing first and second respectively in the 2018 SCA examination right here from the Gandhi Memorial Vedic School. Congratulations to all of them. But as we looked and see what was happening again in this area, we saw, unfortunately, the sad news of Balram Balgobin, 55 years old, as you would have heard from the councillor, who was murdered. And therefore I ask you the question, are you satisfied with the performance of the Minister of National Security? No! Are you satisfied with the Minister of Education? No! Are you satisfied with the Minister of Health? No! And are you satisfied with the government led by Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley? And what we should do is to vote them out on Monday the 16th, ensure that they do not ever see this place again. And we'll do so with Sharon Maraj Dharam. My dear brothers and sisters, as the former Minister of Tertiary Education, I want to tell you what I think we should also be saying on the ground as we move through the campaign. Tonight, I want to speak with you for a few minutes, and I want you to take the message out to every single household, everybody you see people as you walk in the electoral district of Baratari. The People's National Movement, the PNM, is a government that has conned the people of this country and has been rescued substantially by the work of Mrs. Kamla Prasad Bisesa. The evidence abounds from 2010 to 2015. Mrs. Bisesa always tells us that never before have we seen development like under the UNC, and she uses the word unprecedented development in this country. But what has the PNM told us? The PNM told us that we were in opposition for 5 years, that's them, and they were waiting to get into government, and they tell you a manifesto that they're going to do everything under the sun, and they say to you, let's do this together. Have they done anything together with you? And that's the point we are making. The young people of this country, the young people of this constituency, I want you to tell them what has happened to their future and what will happen to little Syed Prasad and Jada Ramnath in the years to come. Will they be able to get gate under this government if it continues? And therefore we cannot allow the PNM to continue to mash up this country as that mash it up and basically the state of ruin. You ask anybody, walk this street, ask the business people, how business going? They will tell you it's not good. As a matter of fact, I spoke to somebody today in South at a business place. He says, in all my life, I have never seen this country like this. And we need people like Sharon to be on board with this team, with Mrs. Bisesa and all of us, to rescue Trinidad and Tobago from any further decay, demise, and destruction. My dear friends, this is the month of July. We have just finished examinations with all of these tertiary institutions on the Eastern Corridor, including the University of the West Indies. We're going to talk about UTT. They're mashing up UTT, firing people left, right, and center. As a matter of fact, they even have mercy for themselves, because they are the one, the PNM is the one that brought UTT into office, in a sense, that started UTT in 2004. In less than 2 decades, they're sending home people. Look at what is happening to UWI. Under Mrs. Bisesa, for the first time in the history of this country, we have constructed the penal David campus of the University of the West Indies, the full-fledged law faculty in South Trinidad. But if I stay on the corridor right here, look and see what is happening. You pass at Mount Hope, you will see a new building, a grey building to the side of the dentistry school. That building was constructed under the watch of Mrs. Bisesa. And just now you will see the Minister of Health, Terence Yeltsin, posing up and cutting ribbon to do something that he have a clue about, that he never put a cent in, and that he's going to come to open. He is coming to open what he did not create. And I want to ask you to give Mrs. Bisesa and Sharon as well a tremendous round of applause for them on the road and doing that. But what pains me, I want to ask you to raise your hand. If you know of anybody, any young person who cannot get a job, raise your hand, let me see it. We want to see your hands, to see how many young people are graduating and cannot get jobs in this country. I want to tell you, under Mrs. Bisesa, Sharon, we left $374 million in the OJT account. People are coming out of the University, of Community College, they can't get jobs. The GATE program has been cut. The vocational program has been cut. In the first year of the PNM, in the budget of 2016, they cut the Education Ministry budget by $569 million. Look and see what is happening to MIC. What is happening to YTEP. Mr. Firoz Khan was the chairman of the NESC. For the first time in the history of Trinidad and Tobago, under Mrs. Bisesa's leadership, we opened the first ever drilling school in this country. And people can't get work here. You know what people doing? They're looking for work in Guyana, because Guyana is now exploring and having successful oil finds. If we were in government today, that drilling school under Mr. Khan would have found its way to Georgetown, and we would have been training people there using the talent of Trinidad and Tobago. So they talk about job creation, they do nothing. Our brother Nas told you that one of the slogans we coined under Mrs. Bisesa and with myself as minister was from cutting cane to flying plane. Never before in the history of this country have we ever landed a Boeing 727 jet at Camden. And they know Sharon, all the young boys and girls from up here would have been able to apply to study programs in aviation. Every single program we put on at that aviation campus, every single graduate got a work, either Caribbean Airlines or National Helicopter Services or the Trinidad and Tobago Air Guard or Bristol, all of them, and some of them are with Leaton outside. So for the young people of Trinidad and Tobago, and particularly the young people of Barataria, I ask you, when you go to the polls on Monday the 16th of July, remember your future, remember your education, remember the GATE program, remember all of these cuts that the PNM have put on you and that you are suffering. But I guarantee you, under the leadership of Mrs. Kamla Persad-Bissessa, and with our successful candidate, we are going to reverse a lot of those decisions that the PNM has put on you and they have punished you over the last 2.5 years. And therefore, I want to urge all of you as we go out, work hard. This is the last week before we end the campaign. And ensure that you touch everybody's homes. And tell those young people particularly that when we return and when Sharon wins, we are going to ensure that we create more jobs. We expanded the UTT Maritime Campus. We expanded right here where my brother was on the board of directors of the MIC Institute of Technology. We had so many programs right here in Omira, University of the Southern Caribbean, all of them we expanded. And I want to say, one of the hallmarks of Mrs. Bissessa's tenure was that when she came in as Prime Minister in 2010, we met a percentage of 42% participation rate in the tertiary sector. That is, people were going on from secondary school to go on to other programs after that. And when we left and we accomplished and exceeded the task that Mrs. Bissessa placed for me of 65% in the participation rate in the tertiary sector. So I want to again say that we are very proud of the work of the UNC. The PNM can never compare with the accomplishments of the UNC. They have a minister of labor. Wherever she tell you the job is, she said, you want to work, we had truck driving work in Canada. Now she got on a program the other day that the National Training Agency had and said they have vacancies for embalmers now. I don't know what kind of talk this is. Embalmers are very good people. They take care of a lot of other people when they're not around. But that is the vision of the PNM. But we have a strong vision for creating jobs, for taking care of our young people, the future of Trinidad and Tobago under Mrs. Kamla Persad-Bissessa. I want to extend my congratulations and my thanks as well for asking you to say a few words in support of our candidate. And although it might be too premature, I will want to say congratulations, but do not take anything for granted. It is only when the last vote is counted that we can be declared a victory. But we have that faith and confidence that with the presence and the prayer of all of you and the help of Almighty God, Sharon Maraj Daram will be our successful candidate. Congratulations.
Let's hear it one more time before MP for Shabwana sees. The Honorable Father Karim. Ladies and gentlemen, in Barataria while we were walking, I was very fortunate to, together with others, to be walking and making assessments and looking at the conditions and so on. But I observed one thing was very important to me, is that one of the persons who walked with us was always being met with, oh gosh, I was waiting to see you. Oh gosh, she's so handsome. Oh gosh, I know how long I want to meet you. Oh gosh, you finally come. Sometimes I wondered if they didn't see the candidate, because the physical structure appears to be about the same level in height. But it is because of the individual and who he is. It is because he is a very frank, outspoken individual that's given them hell in the House of Representatives. That's given them pressure because they can't take when somebody could stand up and not be afraid of the PNM. And that person has been with us walking continuously. They give him all sorts of names, but I know that he's a magnificent human being. While his structure is of a particular level, he is a giant when he walks into the House of Representatives. It is my honor and privilege to bring on the Member of Parliament for Princeton, the Honorable Barry Farrar. Let's bring on for a round of applause, please.
Thank you, Naz. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. It's a good evening to be here in Barataria. And many persons have asked, why is the MP for Princestown in Barataria every day? Very few of you will know that I was born and raised in Barataria. So, a few days ago, Senator Tahaka told us we must always remember our roots. My roots are buried in Barataria, and therefore I too have an interest in this by-election. I have family that still resides in Barataria, and I want to see Barataria return to its glory days, where people are free to walk the streets, where people are free to associate, where people are free to ensure that their children can come out in the yard and play. But most importantly, for the people of Barataria to also have proper representation at the local government level. Just a few days ago, many of you would have seen and you have heard what happened in the Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago. And I will tell you this, because I've said it inside the Parliament and I've said it outside of the Parliament. No one will shut me up. And I ask you to continue to be a voice, like Sharon, our candidate, our next councillor, for the people who cannot speak for themselves, for the people who have lost loved ones, for the people who have no jobs to go to, for the people who cannot put bread and butter on their tables. You know, I'll tell you this. I used this line in the Parliament, and I'll use this line here again. The PNM is about Balize before boat. They're about Balize before bridge. They're about Balize before bread and butter. That is the modus operandi of the PNM. They do not care for you. You know, I've been walking through Barataria for the past month. And in the last 2 days, I see road patching going on. You will swear there's a general election. But they continue to take you the people for granted. They believe that if they instill fear in you, then they tell you that your vote, you have to go and wine and jam and ray for the PNM, because you are PNM diehard forever. I say to you, days for that done. You must demand more from your representative. You must demand more from those who want your vote. And you must also demand that when you it's not working so this time around. We have seen for the past 3 years over 1,500 murders. You have seen over 45,000 jobs being lost. You have seen over $120 billion spent by this administration. What do we have to show for it? Absolutely nothing. Just like the people of Tobago, who cannot get a boat, who granny and then have to cross the high seas because of the incompetence of Rowley, Ember, Alrawi and others. You are now seeing it happening right here in your own communities. You are seeing a lack of delivery. You are seeing a lack of performance. And I'll tell you this, Faz said it correctly. You see all the old talk of mama guy that like to talk about Kamla, not one of them, not...
Blow the mic. See how powerful he is? Can you hear me? Let's come closer. Let's come bigger. All right, we'll continue. You all can hear me. Yeah. point I was making to you is that not one of them can stand in Kamla Prasad Bisessa's shoes when it comes to delivery and when it comes to performance.
Actually broadcast.
For those of you who are viewing, I'll repeat that point. You see all the mama guy and old talk on the ground that is spreading? Your People's Partnership government spent $265 billion when we were there for the 5 years. They have spent half of that and they have nothing to show for it. We can point to the hospitals, we can point to the police stations. The police officers who are standing here can tell you that they have gotten $1,000 increase as an allowance, which they did not have before. You would have seen that the work we have done in education, in healthcare. So when they come to spread their lies on the ground, I want you to remember that performance beats all talk every time and any time, and not one of them could stand in the shoes of Kamla Prasad Bisessa. I know we have had a very lengthy day, a very successful motorcade. Our political leader have been apprised as we've been going along, but I want to leave you with one point as we go into the last week of the campaign. Do not be afraid. The PNM will come with their usual tactics of thuggery. They will come and they will spend money on the ground to buy votes. That has always been their modus operandi. Do not be afraid. Stand up, whether it's here, whether it's on election day, because election is won on election day. I ask you to remain strong, remain resilient, and remain resolved. We have a brilliant candidate. We have a wonderful campaign. And we have the best political leader moving forward. So let this be the catalyst to ensure that on July 16, Sharon Maraj Durham becomes your councillor for Barataria.
Hello?
This one going. You want this one now too? Switch. Your hands not to switch. Go ahead.
So as
I'm wrapping up, guys.
So as I'm saying to you, 1 week to go, stay strong. Make sure you use your voice and your vote as your weapon and as your tool. And do not give in to the PNM's intimidation and their thuggery. This is not for the faint-hearted. We have walking shoes. And you see it's a nice yellow walking shoes. So by the end of this campaign, while we would have painted Barataria yellow, we are going for the rest of Trinidad and Tobago. So I thank you. Tomorrow we will have our medical clinic. I am sure that our political will be in the vicinity. I know she has a function very close by, and we have encouraged her to make a visit. So I'm almost certain that she will pay us a visit tomorrow. So I ask you to turn out in your numbers. But more importantly, as this week of the campaign progresses, the last week, stand your ground. Stay strong. Do not give in to the thuggery and the theft of the PNM. You know what occurred in the general election of 2015. This time around, we will be painting Barataria yellow, but Barataria will be the catalyst for the rest of the country. So as I leave you and we prepare for the next week going forward until election day, I ask you to continue to give our candidate your greatest support as you've done over the past few weeks. And so, as I wrap this meeting up, I really want to thank each and every one of you for the continued support. A tremendous older man who has been our war marshal, who has led from the front. Please give
give Parliament Nazimul Mohammed a tremendous round of applause. Our councillors, Safraz and Amit, our campaign manager Feroz, joining us as well, who's been on the walks with us, the MP Kushogon Aziz, MP Fazal Karim, and also some people refer to him as the Raja of Baghdad, but I see the news they call him the Sheikh of the UNC, and that is Senator Saddam Hussein. So thank you for being here with us. May God continue to bless you, and may God continue to bring our great party from strength to greater strength. I shall see many of you tomorrow, so get home safely, and God bless you.
Let's hear one more time for Barry, please. Let's hear it, come on. I want to also take the opportunity to commend and congratulate the two candidates who will also have been with us working every single day, putting plans in place. We have Mr. Harilal Fasad, aka Nandi, and we have Mr. Heyman Padarat, who have been putting yeoman service as if they were in fact fighting the sick for themselves. Again, let me just take the opportunity to thank our host for giving us the opportunity to have this meeting here. And I thank members of the constabulary who are here for being with us and protecting us during the course of the day. I thank you very much for your presence here tonight and ask that you will reach home safely. Be prepared. The work has not ended. It will end on the night of the 16th when we all vote powerfully and solidly for Sharon Maraj Dara